What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Crafty conversation going over Star Wars The Last Jedi. I hope you enjoyed that opening segment to the Imperial March. Absolutely love Darth Vader's theme song. I'm a big Darth Vader fan. Honestly, if you were looking at the back of the sweater, Darth Vader with his arms crossed. Big fan. But yeah, today we're going over The Last Jedi. Some personal hopes and fears for this upcoming episode 8. But also, I'd like to just quickly go over The Last Jedi's plural, dude. If you haven't found this out by now, you've been living under a rock. It was one of the big announcements for this upcoming sequel when they finally said, yes, The Last Jedi is plural, and they left it at that. Now, some people immediately assume, oh, well, this means Rey, and genuinely it does, as we saw her, being heavily influenced as a Jedi in the first Force Awakens, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's the only one. And what I mean by this is Poe Dameron is highly force sensitive. We've also seen Finn being utilized with a lightsaber. So plural could mean that, maybe Luke is going to get it up to speed and start training a new generation. And we're going to see that in this next movie. Obviously featuring more heavily on Rey. But I'm hoping by the end of the movie we'll see him starting to maybe bring on new force sensitive people. I would love to see this. It would be absolutely amazing. But let's dive into it. So, first off, a personal hope, please do not be like The Force Awakens and kind of rehash, A New Hope. Obviously, this would mean don't rehash Empire Strikes Back. As much as that is my favorite movie of the Star Wars universe, I want left as that. I don't want to see an Empire Strikes Back 2.0. If I wanted that, I'd want a remastered version, if you know what I mean, if you follow me there. I would rather see an original story with maybe some little nod-offs to Empire Strikes Back, but leave it at that. I want to see an original story, an original plot, a unique story. That is what makes Star Wars so invigorating, is these movies are genuinely standalone and don't rely on sequels. The sequels just help further move the story into a new segment. Instead of it being where, you gotta watch the next one to make sense of the first one, which is exactly how Force Awakens went. A lot of stuff was left open and vague and just hinting at what happened, and that's all we know. Honestly, it almost feels like after episode 9, they're going to do another prequel trilogy, going in between the span of episode 6 to episode 7. Kind of like what they did between episode 4 and that trilogy to episode 1 and that trilogy. So, who knows? I hope they don't do this, because I would hate to see another prequel trilogy. I want to see the Star Wars universe move forward for sure. Now, going into that, another personal hope I would love to see here is Luke Skywalker kicking ass, but not just kicking ass. Why wasn't he in the first movie? I get it, yes, okay, he blames himself, he's in solitude, and he's seeking the first Jedi Temple? Yeah, the first Jedi Temple. Why? Okay, this was so out of character for Luke. If you really think about it, back when he was in the original trilogy, he defied Yoda and Obi-Wan because he just sensed his friends were in danger. His friends. Just his friends. He didn't give a rat's ass about the rest of the galaxy. His friends were argument enough for him to stop Jedi training and fly to Bespin pretty much on a suicide mission to help them. And then you see him in episode 8 and or episode 7, he's all like, Han died. I'm hoping that's why he was grumpy. He sensed the hatred there, the sad feelings. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward ending. Where was he? Why wasn't he there to help out Han and Leia? And most importantly, I don't know, the trillions of people that got blown up just like that? How did he let it get that far? I don't care that he lost his academy. That sucks, dude. You're still the guardian of the galaxy. Not the cool guys, though. You're cooler, just not in a funny way. You know what I mean? It was very out of character to see Luke like that, and they really need to justify why that transpired, what was going on through his head. I really hope to see maybe some just defining arguments between Rey and Luke, like, why weren't you there? Why didn't you help save Han? Stuff like that. I sort of go if they pretend like Han's a fake death. He died, guys, okay? For those of you who are trying to still say he lived, they made sure Han died. He got stabbed through the freaking chest with the lightsaber in him long enough to boil his insides, then fell down God knows how far. On top of that, the planet didn't just blow up. It turned into a star. If he can survive that, then I think he's a little bit more powerful than he lets on, okay? Han Solo's dead. If they find a way to bring him back besides his spin-off movie for when he's, a younger guy, I'm gonna be a little pissed. I loved his death. As much as I didn't like it in that movie, I would have rather seen it in this coming movie. I still loved how they did it. I thought it was executed very well, and I would hate to see that just kind of thrown away just so they could say, oh no, just kidding, he's alive, haha, joke's on you. A big thing though here that we could also really be fearful about is it's a new director. Okay, I like J.J. Abrams' direction with the new trilogy. I didn't mind Force Awakens being a rehashed A New Hope, but my problem with it is that what we're going to see in all the rest of the movies. So for those of you who don't know, the expanded universe was basically not thrown away, but treated more as legends and not as official canon. So only if they come into the new TV series and all that will they be treated as canon. Thank God they brought back Admiral Thrawn. Thank God. But going on top of that, that means a lot of these amazing stories just kind of got dumped. And what sucks is, at first it sounded great. It's like, oh yeah, but we're doing this so that, you know, directors have creative freedom and writers have creative freedom to bring you original stories. Oh, okay, yeah, I can be on board with that. Let's see some original segments so we're not let down by books. Because as we all know, generally the books will be better and everyone will bitch and da-da-da-da-da. And instead, we got A New Hope 2.0. Not really original in the story there. I mean, it was still a pretty great plot, seeing Han into that character, and Leia, and Luke. I don't really want to say Luke, because he really wasn't in the movie. He was mentioned a lot. But if you see what I mean there, they didn't really convey, hey, this movie is unique and original. They were just like, yo, A New Hope remastered, but better. So please don't do that in this coming movie. Now, the other major thing I want to say before I go here is more combat with space, because goddamn, the Millennium Falcon scene from Force Awakens was phenomenal, and I would love to see that conveyed even further. And another big thing is better lightsaber combat. I want to see some pretty epic lightsaber duels, especially between Luke and Kylo, and maybe even see Snoke brought more into a character and not a hologram. I want to know how big he is, for one, because I mean, at first he showcases a giant, you know, hologram, and it makes me wonder, is he like this big? Is he a Yoda? And he's just compensating? You know, we don't know. I don't think it's actually been confirmed yet how big he is. So I would love to see that. I'd like to see Kylo Ren on a more lethal path and really in the dark side. I don't really want to see his character be redeemed. I would rather see him go full dark side, especially after killing Han. I don't really think that should be allowed for him to come back from that. I don't want to see another Anakin Skywalker mini version there. I'd like to see, you know, the consequences of his actions and less forgiveness in that sense. So, do you agree or disagree? Well, let us know in the comments below. I know it's a little rambly in today's video, but I am a big Star Wars nut, and it's hard for me to stay completely on topic with you guys, as there's so much to talk about. But, again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to share this amongst your peers and friends if you think that they would enjoy the content the studio consistently provides. That is everything for today. So you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. This is Crafty signing off. Stay tuned in. And of course, stay crafty, everyone.